Today on Zoom,
some boats are powered by air, others by gas. But have you ever seen a boat that's powered by soap? Echo.
Frank.
Echo. Frank. Are you Kenny?
I'm Eric.
Do you like to eat pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving? Well, here's a recipe to make mini pumpkin pies. So you have your crust and your pumpkin pie filling.
Funding for Zoom is provided by
The National Science Foundation,
America's Investment in the Future, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting,
A private corporation funded by the American people.
and by
contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thanks! Hey, Francis!
Come on, everybody. Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! Alrighty, let's go!
Come on, guys, let's do it.
Come on and zoom, 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 on zoom. Oh yeah. Come on and zoom. You call the zoom. Come on and zoom. We're starting soon. Come on and zoom, on zoom, on zoom, on zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. I'm Francis.
Hey, I'm Kenny.
Zoom. I'm Rachel. Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm Eric.
Zoom, zoom. Hi, I'm Kaylee.
Hey, I'm Bud. Da-da-ba-da-boo.
I'm Caroline. We're all plugged into one world now. So let's talk.
We want to hear from you.
Come on, give it a try. And if you like what you see, turn off your TV and do it. Zoom, 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 zoom. Come on and zoom.
Yeah.
Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, 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 on zoom, 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 zoom. Come on and zoom, 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 on zoom, on zoom. Hey, Zoomers. See this? This is a puppet of a bat. Have you ever seen a real bat? Well, did you know that most bats can't see very well? So to get around, they make sounds that bounce off objects and come back to them. The sound tells the bats where the objects are. That's why the game we're about to play is called Bat Catcher. The object of the game is for the bat to use sound to catch its prey, the moth. It was sent to us by Melissa R. of Highgate Center, Vermont. She plays it in her science class. To play, everyone stands in a circle. One player is the bat, and another player is the moth. The bat doesn't know who the moth is. They're both blindfolded, but can move around during the game. The other players are trees and have to stand still. They should shake their hands to show that they're trees. When the bat calls out echo, the moth answers prey, and the other players answer trees. Okay, guys, are you ready to play?
Yeah.
I'll move you over a little bit, Caroline, so you're not near Kenny. Here, come over here.
I cannot see a thing.
That's good. Okay. Ready?
Okay, hold on. This is
that better?
There we go.
Can you see?
No,
All right.
because I'm closing my eyes.
Okay. Echo.
Frank.
Echo.
Tree.
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 Oh, Kenny, you have to stay inside the
Echo.
circle.
Tree.
Echo.
Tree.
Echo.
Tree.
Echo.
Tree.
Oh. Echo.
Tree.
Echo.
Tree.
Are you Kenny?
I'm Eric.
Echo.
Tree.
Ooh, Echo.
Tree.
I got I'm the bat. And you're the moth. Where am I?
Ready? Go.
Echo.
Tree.
Echo.
Tree.
Echo.
Tree.
Echo.
Tree.
Oh, jeez, I'm saying Echo. Echo.
Tree.
Are you Buzz?
I'm Eric.
Oh. Echo.
Tree.
Oh, she went back.
How'd you know I was below you? She got back.
Come on.
Okay, ready? Go.
Echo.
Tree.
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 Good job, you did it.
Eric,
Yes, Caroline?
why did the little witch need help on her homework?
I don't know.
Because she needed help on her spelling.
Do you like to eat pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving? Well, here's a recipe to make mini pumpkin pies, and it's great for any time of the year. It was sent in by Chance and Julia A. of Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Here's what you need. Some graham crackers and some butter for the crust. For the filling, 1 can of pumpkin, a package of vanilla pudding, nutmeg, some cinnamon, and some milk. You'll also need 9-ounce cups to hold your dessert. Okay, first, to make the crust for 4 mini pumpkin pies, take 4 crushed graham crackers and put them in a bowl. Okay. Now, take 2 tablespoons of softened butter and put that in the bowl also with your graham crackers. You might want to leave your butter out at room temperature so it gets soft. Okay. Now, just mix that together so it makes the crust. I found it really easy if you break up the butter and then press it against the side like this with the graham crackers. Just scrape that off a little bit. It probably looked like a chunky kind of mixture, but it tastes good. Perfect. It smells really good. Smells like graham crackers and butter. Okay. Take 1 can of pumpkin to start your filling, and take 1 package of vanilla pudding mix, and just plop that in there like this. Okay. Now take a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Put all that in there. Now you want to take 2 cups of milk and mix it in with your pumpkin pie filling mix. Kind of easier if you put a little bit in and then mix it together. And then just a little more. So it's not all in there and it's not like a big lake of mixture. Okay. Now you want to take one of your plastic cups and take some of your graham cracker mix and just press that into the bottom. I'll just use my hands because it's a lot easier. So this is kind of like your pumpkin pie crust. This is your pumpkin pie crust, actually. There. Perfect. Okay, now you want to take some of your pumpkin pie filling and just place that on top of your crust like this. You just want to kind of like fill it about 3/4 of the way of the cup. So that's what I'm going to do. Just fill it to the top. Kind of. Perfect. Okay, so you have your crust and your pumpkin pie filling. Now, after you've made about 4 of these, you want to put it in the refrigerator so it gets firm. Okay? Here's one after it's been chilled and ready to eat. Then you want to take some whipped cream to top it off. Okay. And dig in. Bon appetit. This is really, really good. Feels like Thanksgiving.
Mama, I'm. 'Mother, 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 ' Habis Sabalabite! Habis Sabalabite! Fadik! Fadik! Meow. Meow. Nabo! 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 Meow. Hi, my name's Catherine. I'm 10 years old. I like to play a lot of different sports, like soccer, basketball, and softball. But there's one sport that I really like, fencing. Fencing looks like fighting, but it's not. It's a real sport that takes coordination, balance, and control. I know it looks a little dangerous, but you wear a lot of safety gear. You wear thick socks, underarm protector, chest plate, padded pants, jacket, a glove, and a very important piece, a mask. And this is the epee. On one end is the bell guard that you use to protect your hand. On the other end is a blunt tip that you use to score on your opponent. There's an electric wire that plugs into your sword, goes through your sleeve, out your jacket, into another cord that plugs into a box. That box lights up when you score a touch. In an epee, you score a touch by touching your opponent with your tip on any part of their body. On the mask, on the arm, torso, leg, even foot. My favorite move is lunging, because you can lunge down low, you can lunge high, or you can lunge in the middle or the side. You can lunge anywhere. I know fencing isn't the most popular sport, but it is pretty cool. I've only been fencing for almost a year, but I'm getting pretty good at it. I think I'll be fencing for a really long time.
Hey, Kaylee,
Yeah, Kenny?
what did the witch ask for when she checked into a hotel?
I don't know.
Broom service! Everyone knows that paperclips sink, right? Well, Catherine L. of Edmonton, Alberta, in Canada, challenged us to figure out how to make paperclips float, only using a bowl of water, some paperclips, and some pieces of paper towel. Paper towels float, don't they?
Yeah. Here, do you want to put one in?
They float even though they're full of water, and they get full of water. They're almost breaking the surface tension.
See if we put this right. So that.
No, it's floating now, but now if we put it down,
Yeah.
it goes down with it.
Right.
Then it goes back down.
If the paper towel gets too wet, it will sink too.
Yeah.
See?
Well,
Oh,
no, it
maybe not.
won't. Well, with weight on it, it does.
Yeah.
Strange.
Maybe.
Have you ever seen like water bugs?
Yeah.
Well, insects that like float.
Mhm.
They kind of, when they step on it, they kind of push the water like down. It's like they're not moving the molecules of water, because molecules of water like to stay together.
Right.
And all they do is they kind of bend them down like that. That's what we have to kind of do. What if we put it on slowly?
What do you mean? Paperclip?
Yeah, because when I did it before, the yellow paperclip, I just dropped it.
Okay.
And as it was going down, I picked up more speed than it
Okay.
had splash. But maybe if we put it down slowly,
Right.
it'll...
Put this back. Ready? Very slow.
Stay.
please stay.
Oh, no. Didn't work. Okay. Okay, so maybe we should just try that again. You know how we did it before, just putting it down and...
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so do you want to try it? Yeah.
Just drop it in.
Okay. So we'll put it in here. We had the thing on it.
No,
No.
put the paper
Okay, if we
on
can
it.
put the paper clip here and sink the paper towel without paper clip, you know what I mean?
Yeah, then it will work.
Okay, so
Because if you look at it, there's no water on the paper towel.
Right.
On top of it, it's just inside.
So if we sink... Oh! It worked!
Now pull it, ready?
Wow,
That is cool.
that was really neat. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Wow.
Let's see if we can do it again. Ready?
So,
So
all we did was we just laid it on top, right?
just push it down slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you got it. Take it away. Wow. Oh, that one fell.
Oh, well. Let's have to do more than one.
Sure.
Let's try.
Two. Okay.
First.
Lay it down. Okay,
No.
ready? Very careful.
Whoa!
There's three. And I can't believe that worked just by
I know.
putting the paper towel under
I
it.
tried it first and it didn't work
Right.
at all. We're not sure how this works. We think that at first, the paper towel holds up the paper clip. And then, when the paper towel sinks, the surface tension of the water holds it up. If you have any other ideas, send them to Zoom.
Got a phenom to present?
A wicked sweet experiment.
Send an email. Got an idea that'll fly. Email.
Or open up the mind's eye.
Zoom side. Send it to Zoom. To whom? PBSKids.org. PBSKids.org. Send it to Zoom. Zoom side. Send it to Zoom. Email.
Dear Zoom, after trick-or-treating this year, we decided to share our treats with the children in our local hospital who were unable to trick-or-treat themselves. The nurses were so glad when we delivered a huge bag of candy the next day. They told us that the children in the hospital would be so surprised and very happy to receive it. This made us feel terrific. We plan to make this a Halloween tradition, and we're hoping other kids will do the same. Sincerely, Laura, Mark, and David P. of Long Valley, New Jersey.
That's nice.
That's so nice.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. He delivered it
That
to
is
the
really nice.
hospital
I know.
for kids who weren't able to trick-or-treat.
I know.
So nice.
It's really, kind to think of someone else.
I have a letter. Remember when we made paper mache bowls? Well, check out this picture. Here, good. Dear Zoom, we made paper mache bowls in our first grade after-school care program. They were lots of fun to make. We watch the show every day, and we love Zoom and the great ideas we get from the show. Zoom-a zoom zoom. The Eastside Elementary School of Dalton, Georgia.
Cool.
Here's the
I love those
picture.
I know, those bowls are
awesome.
I know, they definitely
they have really neat
nice.
colors.
Yeah.
Haley, do you have a letter?
I
An
do.
email?
Dear Zoom, I take Spanish. My teacher's name is Mrs. C. She's a great teacher. We learn the 4 seasons in Spanish. Primavera is spring. Otoño is fall. Invierno is winter. And verano is summer. Well, adios, amigos, from Jessica C. of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Do you
I
guys
know.
know how to speak Spanish?
I don't know how to speak Spanish at all.
No.
I can
it's
say
cool.
like hola.
Yeah.
Now I know. I think that's cool because now I know all the seasons in Spanish.
So what is it again?
So, primavera,
Primavera.
that means spring.
Spring, primavera, spring.
And then otoño is fall.
Tonya. That
Otoño.
sounds kind of like...
Primavera, otoño.
Invierno is winter.
Invierno.
Invierno.
Oh, that's cool. All of them are so
Yeah.
cool. There's one.
And the last one is verano.
Verano.
And then
That's
adios,
great.
amigos.
Adios, amigos. Adios, amigos.
Rabbi Mom and Summer of a Lover. Oh!
Here are some members of the Zoom team. As part of a good deed day, the Mainline Reformed Temple Nursery School of Narberth, Pennsylvania, made lunches for people who needed them. They helped make sandwiches and then put them in bags that they had decorated. Because of their help, over 500 lunches were delivered to local homeless shelters. Great job, guys. Here's how you can become a member of the Zoom team. Rake leaves for an elderly neighbor, hold a yard sale to raise money for charity, or donate toys to kids who need them. The small things you do can add up to make a big difference.
Zoom into action! Zoom into action! And join the Zoom team! Zoom reviews books.
Some of my favorite books are in the Brian series, written by Gary Paulson. So far, I've read Hatchet and Brian's Winter. Now I'm reading The River. They're all about a boy, Brian, whose plane crashes in the deserted wilderness. He has to survive on his own. I like these books because Brian had to live with the environment and come up with all kinds of ideas to take care of his food, clothing, and shelter. It was fun to think about what it would be like to have to do that. I would recommend these books to anyone who likes the idea of surviving on their own.
You can find a lot more reviews of Zoomers' favorite books, music, movies, and TV shows in the review section at the Zoom website at pbskids.org. Check it out.
Hey, Buzz.
Yeah, Francis?
Why do witches fly on brooms?
I don't know.
Because the vacuum cleaner cords are too short. Watch this. Cool, huh? Some boats are powered by air, others by gas. But have you ever seen a boat that's powered by soap? Well, Riza and Zakar K of Nashville, Tennessee, sent us the instructions so you can make one. You can experiment with this in the sink, the tub, or in a container like this. Here's what you'll need to make one. An index card and liquid soap, the kind you wash your dishes with. Cut a boat out of the index card. Cut a small slot in the rear end of your boat for the engine. This is where the fuel, the soap, will go. Now, just float it in a container of water and put a drop of soap on your finger and put it in the short slot. And be sure to use fresh water every time you do it. Anyways, the reason why the boat moves is because the water particles are attracted to each other, especially on the surface. This is called surface tension. The water is held together almost like skin. The soapy water doesn't have as much surface tension as pure water. So, as the soap spreads out, the boat gets pulled over the stronger surface tension of pure water. So if the soap is what makes the boat move, then we don't need to put the soap in the engine. Let's put the soap anywhere in the container and see what happens. Okay, right there. I'll just put it right here. It still moves. Try floating other things, like pieces of thread and ripped pieces of paper. Then, see what happens when you add a drop of soap. Write down your results and send them to Zoom.
Got a game for the group?
Got a singer? Or maybe a Zoom? If you're big or you're little, send us a riddle.
To the Z.
To the M. Double O in the middle. Tell me what to do.
Pick a wild guess.
Send us email. Send us a Zoom. Email at PBSkids.org. Email. Zoom. PBSkids.org.
When my eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash.
Zoom zones are places in museums around the country where you can do activities you see on Zoom. Go to the Zoom website to see if there's a Zoom zone near you at pbskids.org or America Online. Keyword PBS Kids. All submissions become the property of Zoom.
And will be eligible for inclusion in all Zoom media.
This means that we can share your ideas
With other Zoomers on TV
the web, in print materials.
and in other Zoom ways.
So, send it to Zoom.
And you can monster mash. The monster mash. And you my graveyard smash. Then you can mash. You'll catch on in a flash. Then you can mash. Then you can monster mash. Out from his coffin Drax's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
Funding for Zoom is provided by
The National Science Foundation.
America's Investment in the Future, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting,
A private corporation funded by the American people.
And by
contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thanks!
a production of WGBH Boston.